trying to put motherfuckers in the motherfucking slammer. Since y'all want to be so fucking evil. I just want to feel appreciated. You Medicaid fraud, you Medicaid fraud. Get it right, get it right, get it right. How many times y'all gonna say that shit? But you know what? They still cutting checks for D. Durrell. They still cutting checks for the Conscious Cartel. And they don't give a fuck what y'all talking about. So, nigga, you can put whatever the fuck you want on YouTube. The real shit is that they know that I'm doing quality shit and they ain't trying to let me go for no crazy motherfuckers. The reason why it's not true, because I'm still making money with the very motherfucking agencies you claim I was found to have fraud with. Once, in order to be considered fraud, nigga, you gotta be convicted in a court of law. The shit ain't even go that far. You sit in that weak ass document. Only niggas that look crazy is the most like Mashonda and motherfucking Nala says and Rev G. Y'all the dumb mother that the few that keep going in the chat giving your little response. Why that nigga ain't in jail? Why that nigga ain't in jail? You know why I'm not in jail? Because I put it out there. I told the truth. You know, the shit is not affecting D. Durrell dollars. It's not. The only motherfuckers that think it's hurting me is the motherfuckers who listening, who will never be my client, who will never patronize my agency, who will never see me in real life. So why am I giving a fuck? I don't give a damn what you put out in social media. I really don't. You know, people are always talking shit, got my name in every goddamn thing. Like, man, come on, man. Like, you know, just talking shit. And you got the same mother waiting on some shit to happen. You're a real one. Yes, we need new shit to talk about. I'm not going to keep arguing and saying the same shit we argued about in the past. Yeah, man, I'm tired of this shit. Oh, don't think because I ain't talking about it, I ain't got some shit going on. Oh, yes, I do. It's going to be a slow grind because I ain't got time every day. I don't have time to be spending 5-6 hours looking up shit, looking up video. No, I don't. And I'm not going to invest my motherfucking time for some shit that I know you won't be able to pay. But I'm just going to be a slow grind. But at the end of the day, motherfuckers will be held accountable. Said all those community posts and did all those fucking videos. Nobody said we need to stop talking about D. Durrell. We need to quit talking about Carrie Ann. She need to quit talking about Nikki. She need to quit talking about people in the sector. Not saying a goddamn thing. When you got motherfuckers posting legal documents from 2021 and it's motherfucking almost 2024, what the fuck else is there for me to say? I'm not about looking as dumb as the motherfuckers who doing all this content. I'm not. I don't give a shit. Yeah, you're trying to taint my name. You committing, you know, all of these fucking defamation of character and all that other shit. End of the day, I'm not gonna do a video showing you I'm a fucking Medicaid provider, which I am. I have 2 companies that are Medicare providers. 2. Ain't a damn thing you can do about it. I don't give a fuck who you claim and talk about and say all this shit. I put quality fucking work and don't give a fuck about your YouTube social media antics. They don't. I just want to feel appreciated.
Put shit offline and harassing people real lives, trying to get people fired, trying to get people in jail, just trying to get black men put in jail, and you're entertaining that shit.
Keep that same energy.
I got it.
Good.
If things get heated, do you happen to have a pair of boxing gloves or a
Oh, fuck that. The nigga say the wrong thing to my motherfucking face, he gonna see my motherfucking fist. That's how men handle things. Not running the fucking police station. Not running the motherfucking police.
Let me let you know up front, whatever moves me. I am going to be switching back and forth between Rage Pigs and Dempsey D. Durrell. They're in the same boat. Look at this, folks. Look at this. Look. God, can you believe this? You look at it. You get what you're looking at, folks. You got both of these fools It's just, can you even grasp this? Both of them are under the supervision of probation officers. Dempsey D. Durrell is under the supervision of pretrial services, which back in 2015 merged with the U.S. Probation Office. He is under the supervision. He has to ask for permission to take a dump. I can't help it sometimes. So I guess they'll forgive him for that. He's got to get permission for that. He had to get permission to take a 2-day vacation in Louisiana. He's got to get written permission, a permission slip from a judge. So if he steps out of line and starts harassing folks again, they have recourse. And we know how extensive Dempsey D. Durrell's history of harassment is. Laquan Fisher's in the same boat as far as traveling out of state. I'm assuming because he drives trucks that they've given him permission to cross into different counties, absolutely would need permission to legally travel out of the state. And let's make this clear. I don't have any doubt that he has traveled out of the state without permission because that's what he does. He's incorrigible and recalcitrant. He just simply refuses to listen when it comes to law and order. Rage Pigs, Laquan Fisher, Georgia Probation Management, GPM, private probation officers through a private company that's contracted with the state of Georgia. All misdemeanor adult cases fall under Georgia Probation Management. Sometimes things are so easy to point out, you might miss it. Possibly it applies here. I'll go ahead and tell you. There's only one subject on that panel who came up with the street fight challenge. There is only one subject on that panel who made threats of violence. There is only one subject on that panel who's taking care of no business in life. There is only one subject on that panel on probation. There is only one subject on that panel that has criminal charges in at least 3 different districts. There is only one subject who must stand before 3 different judges. There is only one subject up there screaming at the top of the lungs. There's only one subject up there blustering and will never be able to deliver on what is so strongly asserted as determination and readiness. We've seen it, folks. This is nothing new. Panic mode, undeniable. And I gotta say, it's with good reason. Let me make sure you don't ever think that I forgot about Dempsey D. Durrell, Dempsey Spears, who's under the 9-count indictment. Dempsey D. Durrell is quivering because he has access to all the evidence, the voluminous amount of evidence that his attorney has requested 2 extensions because he needs to review it. He needs to go over with Dempsey D. Durrell. You think that evidence is exculpatory? You think that voluminous amount of evidence is exoneration laden? This is how Dempsey D. Durrell operates. What you heard in the past was nothing but what? What we saw up here a second ago. Blustering, lies. Don't forget that lies buy time. Then eventually it comes crashing down. And here we are, folks. Double crash and burn. Dempsey D. Durrell and Laquan Fisher. No amount of yelling, no amount of talking about other people, no amount of coming up with all kinds of lies to try to shift the focus. You cannot shift the focus from something that's going to happen. Court hearings, a federal trial, 9 counts, 5 counts of healthcare fraud, and 4 counts of aggravated identity theft. You cannot shift focus away from the fact Laquan Fisher, Rage Pigs, thought he was running game on the probation department and on the court. But like we hear so many times, I know it's irritating when we get lectures when there's a major crime from the FBI and local law enforcement that we're not doing enough. We're not reporting enough. Well, listen, be proud of us, because if it wasn't for us, they never would have known this was going on. There was some sort of glitch in some system. And that happens, folks. You have seen it on TV. Someone's on parole or probation, something is missed, and they get out and they go do what? Or they should have been picked up and they go out and do what? Atrocious, horrendous crimes. He could have killed somebody on that highway. He's not licensed to drive. Then what? You're not licensed to drive, you're not fit to drive. We performed a commendable community service by letting the probation officer know that Rage Pigs, Laquan Fisher, has caught new charges in 2 separate counties. And to top it off, he's got a failure to appear. Do you think the judge on that case, the probation case, not the 2 new cases, Judge Morris on the case he was sentenced on in which he's serving probation, you think Judge Morris is going to say, good job, you're making progress. We knew you could do it. Thanks for paying those fines or restitution, whatever you want to call it. He's going to turn around and say you paid restitution and therefore you're not getting any consequences for not only violating probation in at least 2 different counties after he was sentenced, did not tell the probation officer of either police encounter. Then you have the 5 other charges. Driving without a license. That's the standard license. Suspended due to failure to pay child support. Doesn't have a commercial license and he was driving a commercial vehicle. He does not have insurance, and this is not the first time this has happened. He has expired tag on the truck, and he has an expired IRP, which is the tag that allows you to travel out of state. Now, those crimes occurred in Gwinnett County. He was driving someone else's truck. I told you all, he could be in a truck. That doesn't mean anything. This is someone who's non-law abiding. That doesn't prove anything if someone who's non-law abiding jumps in the truck and says, see, I'm driving. That means they're doing what they always do. That proves nothing other than they are who they are, incorrigible, recalcitrant. It doesn't say a damn thing about having a valid license. And this is repetitive over and over and over again. Let's get back to Dempsey. I'm going to go back and forth, so just hang on here. Dempsey D. Durrell is at the end of the line. All Dempsey D. Durrell can do is what he's always done. Act as if his life is in order and everybody else's life is in shambles. Remember, Dempsey D. Durrell is the one that has a $385,000 federal tax lien. He didn't even pay the freaking taxes with the money he stole. He accumulated even more taxes that he didn't pay. This is the fool who was so desperate to be seen in a certain way that he led with money. But this is one problem. Dead people money, stolen money, hijacked money from other professionals by using their billing codes, and quasi-clients. When I say quasi-clients, he brought them in just so he can make sure he got all their information to bill on them. And previous clients who bailed long ago, it didn't matter as long as he had information he can plug into the system. Remember not too long ago, I was telling you that this mofo was raided? And what did he do? Lie. They came and took him. Shit. I don't know what the hell I would do if they came and took every single one of my devices. He's screwed, folks. I'm telling you, this Dempsey D. Durrell cannot handle the fact that he's the one who's done in the mental health profession. He's finished, and he doesn't want to accept it. Now, who's lying? Is it Dempsey D. Durrell's lawyer lying? Or is Dempsey telling on him? Because the lawyer said he had a hard time getting a job and doesn't have one. Here's what we do know. His family's paying for everything. His dad's paying his legal fees. He ain't got no money. They're paying for everything. He doesn't have the money. No place to steal. And no, he said he was working at those 3 places. No, it says it in the court papers. He's not. And we got emails. He shouldn't be working in the mental health field, period. Go get your ass over there at Walmart. And now, folks, don't you know that he went and bought that store with stolen money because he wanted to make it appear that he had a legitimate business to funnel the money through? Oh, yes, people were talking about this. I'm going, let me think about, something that does sound right. He is in serious trouble when it comes down to the sentencing. And I'm saying sentencing because, look, folks, whether it's a trial or a plea, there will be a sentencing hearing and it will be advanced notice so you can attend. But let me tell you something about the sentencing hearing. There are those who keep saying because Dempsey D. Durrell doesn't have a criminal history or a significant criminal history either, or that he gets probation. Someone's criminal history or lack thereof, that is only one of many criteria used to determine someone's sentence. And we're not going to forget that aggravated identity theft has an absolute mandatory 2-year sentence. He has 4 counts. So the only way he has a shot at getting 0 prison time is if the prosecutor agrees to drop all 4 of the aggravated identity theft charges and agrees that he gets no prison time on the healthcare fraud. And what kind of leverage is Dempsey D. Durrell carrying to swing a deal like that? None. And let me tell you what else is a risk. He wants to try to play hardball. The prosecutor will say, you know what, we can't come to an agreement, we're proceeding to trial. Dempsey's stuck unless he accepts the terms of what the prosecutors say. Prosecutors are not going to sit there and say, okay, you don't want any prison time? Okay, I understand. Oh, yes, I'm so sorry for you. You don't want prison time? Okay, I won't give you prison time. Hell no. This fool stole from 7 other professionals who had to hire attorneys because they were initially accused themselves of stealing this money. Dead people. Dead people. This is so egregious. He tried to steal $4 million and only managed to steal 1.5. But the fact that he tried to steal it is every bit relevant. He submitted the false claims. He submitted $4 million in violation of the False Claims Act. Whether or not he was paid is irrelevant. He submitted it. Billing, invoices, that just alone enhances the crime or crimes. Plural. Let's not forget it, folks. Plural. Running around these YouTube streets, acting as if he had it made in the shade. Thought he wasn't going to get caught. He's black and thought he was going to get away with ripping off these white folks. He has every single thing coming his way that he deserves. So let's get back to Rage Pigs. Here's the bottom line. I don't give any craps about whatever else these subjects are trying to float around. People are sending me things. That's okay. Thank you. I catalog it. I appreciate it. I'm not giving it any attention. What I'm giving attention is Dempsey D. Durrell's federal case and what the hell are we going to do about Rage Pig's multiple probation violations. When he did not talk, he did not inform probation. He's non-compliant from A to Z. It took us, the community, to let them know. What's going to happen with that? There is going to be a probation revocation hearing because we have seen that both the supervisor and the probation officer absolutely know how to submit for probation revocation hearing because here they are. This is not Rage Pig's case. This belongs to someone else. I'll remove the name. So you see Stacy Pickett. She supervises Miranda Yancey. Both of them have submitted motions to the court. Probation revocation hearing. They notified the court then. They are going to notify the court now. He's not getting away with it. And here's the thing that I want to emphasize. It has gone on for It has to be 3 years, folks. 3 years. Rage Pigs has been harassing people on YouTube through their family members. Solid, undeniable evidence, including Rage Pigs actually calling and giving money to the person he's harassing, keeping it plain, sending money to relatives. They don't even know who the hell this freak is. The goal was to harass Kip through his family members, multiple family members, calling him on the phone. This is harassment and it violates probation. Not only that, he's brought on others to engage in the same behavior, which is another violation of probation because he's associating with those engaged in unlawful behavior. You think you're going to come up here with racial harassment and racial intimidation, yelling and screaming and trying to appear threatening when you're referring to people who are making reports of the police or probation. And he wants to make it clear it shouldn't be done if someone is a black man. Really, that's just simply another probation violation. Keep in mind, it is not about the person who reports and whether they feel harassed or intimidated based on what's being said. It could be present or not. It's all about what the subject is doing. It's all about the subject who was engaging in the behavior, the racial intimidation and the racial harassment. It's a quagmire that they got themselves into. They came over here to YouTube, both this Rage Pigs and Dumpsy D. Durrell, on 100% bullshit, thinking they can target people to be harangued, harassed, threatened, and it was going to stay in that Umar Johnson space because we're black. Bullshit. I never agreed to anything like that. I will go anywhere I damn well please in these YouTube streets. You don't run YouTube. Same thing with Carrie Ann. Shut the hell up. You're such an idiot. You up here harassing kids over whether they wanted to vote for Donald Trump during the first Donald Trump term. Something is seriously wrong with you too. You're the main one running around lying on black men, trying to get them locked up. Same thing with Rage Pigs and Dumpsy D. Durrell. You're running around falsely accusing black men of crimes and saying they're child molesters and pedophiles. But you think you're going to shut people up when it comes to reporting your crimes because you're black? Yeah, right. What about the people who reported you for your crimes, Dumpsy D. Durrell? You got anything to say to them? You're up here consorting with felons. You're up here violating the terms of your pretrial release conditions. Same thing with Rage Pigs. You're up here consorting with felons on Dumpsy D. Durrell's panel. You're not going to tell me what the hell I'm going to report, you idiot. You had better know straight up every single time you get on these YouTube streets and harass me, I'm going to report you. And I'm not going to stop. It's clear that he knows what he's doing. He's deleting his content. Deleting the content is evidence of guilt. When the circumstances apply, it comes straight from the FBI. I am not Carrie Ann. I'm not running around trying to curry favor. I don't give a crap about your favor. Never wanted to be rocking with you. You got serious problems that you don't even know how to work out. You think you're going to come to YouTube and harangue and harass and threaten people? What they need to do is pull your sorry ass off this platform, because the only thing he is paying attention to is YouTube while he screwed up everything else in his life. Blowing off probation, disrespecting the court, lying to probation officer. And he thinks he's going to come here and blame people who are reporting him for his harassment? Well, we'll see about that. We'll see how successful you are getting people to shut up reporting your crimes while on probation. Same for you, Dumpsy D. Durrell, hanging out with felons, murderers, thieves, hanging out with Rage Pigs, who is currently on probation. Maybe they need to come pick you up, Dumpsy D. Durrell. You're harassing black folks. You put yourself in the situation that you're in. Is totally and completely your fault. Listen, folks, I'm certainly going to come back and speak more on this. In the meantime, buyer beware.